breaking news from Alamata town. Alamata is in southern Tigray. Airstrikes have been conducted by Ethiopian Air Force on Alamata. Tigray-backed news sources are saying that heavy aerial bombardment has been carried out by Ethiopian Air Force on Alamata. Tigray-backed news sources say that at least 28 civilians have been killed and more than 70 have been injured in these airstrikes or drone strikes. So far, Ethiopian government has not issued any statement about this development. There has not been any fighting in Alamata. We do know that Ethiopian National Defense Force regional forces, they were trying to cut off the main road, Alamata Kobo Vuldia road, and they had taken control of some places to the east of Kobo, Zobel, Boran. Today I shared some pictures from some places to the east of Kobo in Zobel. So there was no fighting in Alamata, though some Ethiopian government-backed activists were claiming that Alamata was under ENDF control, that ENDF had entered Alamata, but there's no presence of ENDF and regional forces in Alamata, and these strikes are a confirmation that there is no presence of Ethiopian National Defense Force or regional forces in Alamata. Who was targeted in these airstrikes? Ethiopian government must issue statement. Why is that airstrikes were conducted on Alamata? Because Tigray-backed news sources say that civilians have been killed, that all killed are civilians. Some pictures, videos are also being shared by Tigray-backed news sources from Alamata. And it is being said that a market was targeted. Why was a market targeted by Ethiopian Air Force? For the past few weeks, we have seen that now Ethiopian government does not issue any statements after airstrikes, drone strikes on Tigray. When airstrikes started, we always saw statements from Ethiopian government, but now whenever airstrikes or drone strikes are conducted on Tigray, Ethiopian government does not clarify about the targets which the airstrikes tried to hit. So once again, this time no statement from Ethiopian government so far. On the other hand, viewers, tomorrow an important session of UN Human Rights Council is due to be held. Before that, now two important things have happened. Firstly, Amnesty International and Human Rights Commission both have conducted a joint investigation, and they have released a report about atrocities against Tigrayans in western Tigray, that Amhara forces are allegedly killing, detaining, and expelling Tigrayans from western Tigray. Second incident is this airstrike, that civilians have been killed in an airstrike on Alamata town of southern Tigray. Pressure will be there in tomorrow's session on Ethiopian government. Yesterday, we saw that Ethiopian foreign ministry officials held meetings with African ambassadors to Ethiopia. Ethiopian government is trying to convince African countries which are a part of UN Human Rights Council that these countries should support Ethiopia in tomorrow's session. But several important things are happening before tomorrow's session. Civilian killings are being reported in western Tigray, in southern Tigray. That is why tomorrow is very crucial. Secondly, we know that Alamata is going to be a line of defense for Tigray Defense Force. Their first line of defense is obviously Vuldia and Kobo. They're trying to stop Ethiopian National Defense Force regional forces in Vuldia and Kobo. So far, we have no confirmation that ENDF and regional forces are in Kobo. We're just hearing claims, no visual confirmation about the presence of government forces, regional forces inside Kobo town. Vuldia is also under TDF control. So first line of defense is still intact, I think. Kobo, Vuldia under TDF. Second line of defense would be Alamata, where airstrikes have been conducted. And third would be Koram. Then last one, obviously, Makele. If TDF tried to defend Makele, uh, we know that in November last year, Tigray Defense Force did not try to defend Makele. When Makele came under siege, Ethiopian government forces laid siege to Makele. Tigray forces, they withdrew from Makele. So while Tigray Defense Force is consolidating its position in these lines of defense, it seems that Ethiopian Air Force is deliberately conducting airstrikes on likely lines of defense of Tigray Defense Force. Overall situation is very fluid, viewers. We are not hearing official statements from Ethiopian government and Tigray government about the areas, which areas are under TDF, which areas are under ENDF control. We have not seen any statements from the two sides so far. Both are not speaking about Kobo. Both are not speaking about Gashina as well and the road as well. So that is why I would say that overall situation is fluid. No side is in commanding position. When PM Abiy joined his forces 5 days ago, uh, Ethiopian PM office was issuing statements about new gains, but since then there is silence. No statements from Ethiopian government about Kobo, about any other major gains. Same is the case with Tigray Defense Force. We just heard from them about Lalibela and Gashina. Other than these two announcements, silence. So both sides, they are not issuing any statements, but fighting going on definitely on several fronts. We'll try to update you about ongoing fighting in tomorrow's updates. What we can confirm now so far is that Alamata, a town, have been targeted by Ethiopian Air Force, and Tigray-backed news sources say that more than 2 dozen innocent civilians have been killed in the airstrikes on Alamata. Thanks for watching.